Hello everybody, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout London. Last time, we helped Kira discover that the gold she's trying to track down has been taken by somebody known as Lady G. We're going to help her get back on their trail, having solved the riddle they gave about where to find them. But we also completed our quest for the pistols, proved that Michael Strutter was innocent with a bit of luck, and we are now going to inspect my new apartment, which is apparently in Emilio's cafe. I just wanted to have an apartment above a little cafe. Very Parisian, which is weird because we're in London, but that's neither here nor there. And apparently it's suddenly raining outside, but check this out. I got a piano, got a record player, got a...
Looks safe around here, but don't let your guard down.
Yeah, good point. There could be giant roaches in here or something. But hey, a doctor's bag, drugs in the cooler, a weapons workbench, nice fireplace, an ammo crafting workbench with ammo boxes and some fusion core.
Junk. Junk. Lovely junk.
Magazine racks for storing various magazines, a bed, although it seems that rain is coming in through the skylight, but ignoring that, not bad. Ah, and an armor workbench, too. We can't quite fully developing, but we got a holotape player and a chemistry station in the kitchen. This is pretty swank. Now I wonder, does this actually link to all of my crafting stuff here? Ah, well, I can't actually use that one from the look of it. Alright, well, with my apartment now inspected, let's see, well, let me just jump to London from here. It will not. Okay. Still, not a bad home away from home. I just wish it could be linked to my other homesteads, but if I were going to pick a place to settle out of all of the homes I've earned so far, this would definitely be top of the list. And still waiting on this to load. And we'll be waiting again as we try to get back to London proper. And just so you know roughly where we are. Anyway, with that done. Alright. Oh, it's in Westminster. You know, that one is almost. Let's go after the British Museum. Not the museum I had in mind, but, what the heck, looting is looting, and this one is not going to require us going through another ton of load screens. Well, I say there won't require us to go for a lot of load screens, but now we're not having to go for the long one to get into Westminster and then the one to enter the museum. I wonder if the Protectons we ran into when we first found this location have regenerated.
Come on, you're not fooling me.
Of course they have. Ah! And we spawned right on top of them.
wandered into these hallowed halls in search of treasure to loot, go right ahead. I have disabled all of our security systems and encourage you to saunter through each and every corridor without a care in the world. In fact, I suggest you head straight towards our atrium, for there are no traps of any kind awaiting your presence. Have a wonderful day here at the British Museum.
Aha! No traps, he says. And yet there is something scuttling around. Clearly hostile. Okay, that door is inaccessible. That door is grown over. Uh-huh. Lasers. Let's see, that's inaccessible, that's inaccessible. Can we say railroad, boys and girls? I think we can. But it doesn't matter, I'm taking the antique vase. And the brown bottle. Mwahaha.
Didn't you hear me coming? Now I have to fight you. Bloody fantastic.
Don't let them before me. I think we lost them. Quick, Sensei.
Some security system, it can't even keep the rats out. Well, that apparently did trigger it.
Point Essie, hey.
Here you see a recreation of... I'm missing that particular data point. Must be some sort of corrosion of my inner memory systems. Let's just say this is historical. Not that you care.
Well, I do, but not likely to be very helpful to me now, is it? That's not ominous. Red light just apparently watching us, blinking.
Hey, Eve. I know we've had quite a strenuous relationship. What with trying you and you insisting on staying alive. You know what? I changed my mind. I wasn't lying when I said I wanted you to take one of these clocks. It's just, I didn't expect you to pick that one. I was quite fond of that one, and now I think I want to keep all of my clocks. Can you put them back, please?
I'm thinking no. I'm not sure what's so important about that watch, but
Oh, just going to ignore me, huh? Fine. Don't go calling for my help when you're being burnt to death by one of my robots or something.
Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed. Hostile.
And still got one more robot. The Rosetta Stone is a stela and inscribed slab composed of granite, inscribed with 3 versions of a decree issued in Memphis, Egypt in 196 BC during the Ptolemaic dynasty on behalf of King Ptolemy V. Epiphanes. This near-identical text in 3 scripts allowed linguistics to develop an understanding of Egyptian hieroglyphics through comparison.
One time, a particularly crafty thief managed to sneak all the way into this very room you're standing on. They believed this Louis Chestnut is to be a trap and tried to carefully move it out of the way. This was, of course, an awful idea. The beast slowly slipped out of its pedestal and crushed him to death. I was honestly astonished by such a blatant display of idiocy. I almost considered erecting a statue with that thief's honor.
Enough already! Fuck!
But then I thought, no, I won't do that, and so I didn't do it. The Sutton Hoo helmet, a masterpiece of Anglo-Saxon craftsmanship. The helmet was found. Congratulations. You have just placed your grubby little fingers on a helmet that once belonged to Anglo-Saxon King Rightful. I am so happy to see you smear this delicately ornate piece of history with your dirty hands. Please don't hold yourself back. Insert your grotesquely misshapen head and bend the ancient craftsmanship of this relic to your vicious will, you mongrel.
Thank you, I will. As I will take the rest of these vases, because I can. Although I am wondering...
Goodness, look at what happened to the scene in the Western Gallery. It's going to take me ages to try and clean this up. Of course, I can't do that while you're still alive. My dear thief, can you please just die
Get
already
really dug
so
inside
I
here.
can go back
There's
to
trouble
fixing
about.
this place?
Get them!
It would be so helpful. Just jump into it somewhere and die for me, please.
Good work, sidekick! Smells musty.
You're going to take good care of that, aren't you? That's 2,000 years of history right there in your hands. Don't you dare drop it, or I swear I'll stuff you and put you on display in the moronic human section.
Is there a moronic human section?
My favorite mule! I have much for you to carry.
Eventually, that's going to stop being cute. It is, however, at this point incredibly meta. Okay, I can't seem to find that one to disable it, so let's not walk through there. Although...
Thief, you stand before the body of my creator. His name was... No, hang on. This isn't my creator. This is one of the ruthless thieves I murdered in cold blood, much like I'll do with you. I'm so sorry. I always get these confused. Carry on. Stop, stop, stop. Do you see that? That thing on the wall with the shapes and the colors? I hate that thing. I hate it so much. My creator used to call it modern art. I call it absolute dreck. You have no idea how much I
Is
hate
there an
that thing.
override terminal?
It makes no sense. Art should have a purpose
Shut
and
it down!
meaning and context. It can't just be a bunch of wild shapes. Blimey, I hate it so much listen. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. Humans alive, I tell you, bless whoever invented. Behold the treasure of Ur. A bunch of quintessentially ancient artifacts if ever there was. Behold their magnificence. The epitome of Sumerian style and craftsmanship. Check out the standard of Ur in the center. One can't help but imagine the ancient
If you stand for 10
Mesopotamians
minutes, your eyes
proudly
will
parading
adjust.
this around. Perhaps using it to store their tea leaves, or as a rather extravagant biscuit tin. Don't you go touchy now.
Well, he sealed the door and told us not to touch it. After I shot that painting to try and make him happy.
Are you serious? You're just gonna keep shooting museum pieces?
Yep.
No, you know what? You're just doing this to rile me up, and it's not going to work. I'm going to ignore you. Shoot away. Have your fun. I don't care.
Oh, crumbs.
Okay, apparently that explosion is injuring me somehow. Oh, here's a way through.
Treasure hunter and her trusty sidekick. Must have something worth a few seconds.
I say, are you my mummy? Mummies where ancient Egyptian secrets are wrapped in layers of linen and ink. These preserved remains offer a glimpse into a world shrouded in mystery, where pharaohs ruled with divine authority, and the afterlife held the promise of eternal reward. With their enigmatic expressions and carefully preserved bodies, these mummies stand as silent sentinels of a bygone era, captivating visitors with tales of ancient rituals and timeless legacies.
Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed.
Are you having some sort of existential dread? entertainment.
Well, before we start heading down the staircase...
Did you know that there was a mug covered in chocolate and nuts that was discovered in Egypt? Archaeologists believe it may be a Ferrero Rocher.
Well, down or up? Or sideways? Well, this strikes me as a good place to stop for now. But next time we will continue exploring the British Museum and looting our Weasley little heart out. But thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we'll continue the adventure from here next time. Take care until then.